Well, I've managed to talk on this thing all night, a couple of hours. It's 12:18 in the morning right now, and I'm getting ready to shut everything down. But it's still going, and I don't know if I should just leave it plugged in, but it's still on. It's working great. Yeah, signals are normal.
I'm just curious what direction your antenna is oriented. Should it be, you said you had a dipole, a horizontal dipole. Is it east-west broadcasting or north-south?
I tried to upload some videos earlier, and they keep flagging them. I don't know why. I guess they don't like these radios. Watch this.
Free healthcare, better than probably I get by paying for it, by the way. And then you'll get a payment. You know, the payment is usually $600 to $1,200 a month, and that's just if you're here. Well, if you play the game, which you told me, which is you're disabled. So, in other words, they have a doctor say, hey, he has a bad back. She has diabetes. You know, everybody has a condition, right? So they turn that in. So everybody gets $1,200 to $1,400 a month by the state, like clockwork, right into the account. And they all get free health care. And so what he said was, what we do is everybody's payment just goes into one account. So it's the family account. And then, you know, whatever the family members need out of the account, that's what it is. So, you know, like if somebody needs a new transmission, well, then, you know, it's paid for. It's fine. And we all just live here. True, but still the biggest travesty is the infrastructure here. I mean, health insurance is a valid point, but let's break it down in the fact that we're just not securing our border, and that should be unnerving for everyone. Well, in Arizona, you get access. You actually get free health insurance if you're not employed here. No, I get that, and that's enough to get to the bottom of that. I'm with you on that. But you should be more upset about the fact that we're so exposed, you know, from a security perspective, because the borders are so open. From the standpoint of priorities, we need to be, you know, treating our borders with, you know, much more respect than we're currently doing. I'm so ticked off at Biden. I mean, he's such an idiot. He really is an idiot. I don't know. Well, you can't start, and everybody around you is with you, man. You know, it's just there isn't anything to say, but it is what it is, right? Well, I think what we've all learned is by watching Biden improve something I thought about years ago, and that was exactly at what point does somebody become incompetent enough to where it has to be removed? Well, we've seen with people that are intelligent, good businessmen, I'm referring to Trump, not once but twice to be impeached over stuff that's totally made up of y'all think Obama is still involved? Let's hear a aye.
Oh, we know he is. I don't know. I mean, the point is that regardless of Biden is not calling shots. That's the bottom line. He is not calling shots. And that's kind of a problem. You know, the whole idiots that are, you know, they're allowing their personal agendas to influence the way they're working right now. It's just sad. I don't know if Obama's day-to-day, like a lot of people think. I don't really care because, you know what? At the end of the day, we just need to get them out so we get them the hell out of office.
I know. I guess, I don't know. As far as the Democrats go, Obama was probably the best, but let me attempt to change the subject. Let's have a call out of where you're located, what radio, what amp, and what antenna you're running. This is W7WRX. I'm in Phoenix. I'm running a FT2000D and a homebrew amplifier. Patrick, go ahead.
Well, I'm running barefoot, which is 106 watts or so. So SUDX101 the game pilot landing in a dipole antenna. Go ahead, Kim.
How high is the dipole?
It's short, about 30 feet.
Okay. Send it on to somebody that you know or here.
Okay, GB5, Kim, excellent. And, let's see, radio, an 7000 DLE Mark II, and, about a kilowatt out, and on half-wave dipole, apex is about 50 feet in the air. It's in an inverted V fashion. I don't know what the exact angle is, but, the ends are up off the ground about 25 feet. But, other than that, looking pretty good. And I did set my ID timer, so she'll go off in about 3 minutes.
All right, great, man. Ran S9 here. Sounding good. Next.
And that's everyone.
That's it? I thought we'd probably have a bunch of guys listening to us.
Well, we don't usually do that, but hey, I'm all open for new and different things. I've seen a few guys do that in the past, but for a long time, I've seen them go past the cookie ring.
Well, I just thought, well, maybe there's a bunch of guys sitting there listening to us talk about political BS. Northwest, you said? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, I don't know. I think, man, I would have to think that a lot of people are fed up with what we have now, right? If you just look at, the cost to fill the tank, groceries, everything is just outrageous, right? Whether those people know why that's happened or not, I think that's, man, they're frustrated.
Well, you're making an assumption people are hurting people who look at the price, right? You think he knows how much the price of a loaf of bread is?
Well, no, I mean, I don't know that, but I just, recently, talking about bread, I went to the grocery store, and I bought some Nathan's hot dogs. You know, you guys like those, right? Nathan's. You know, you get the jumbo. That's probably like the best hot dog that you could buy at the grocery store. Put them on the grill. You know, they're good. Walked over, and hot dog buns were $5. So, you know, we're thinking $5. I can afford that, right? So you have to have them, and you can grab the bag. But when you walk away, you think, man, these exact same hot dog buns were $1. I can remember when they were like $1.59. Nobody.
Sorry about that. I was playing around with the SDR over here, looking at what's going on around the place. But as I said before, I get on the SDRs quite a bit all across the U.S. and in other countries, but mostly up and down the West Coast. And yeah, I've heard a lot of conversations very similar to what we're saying, and very much agreement about what we're saying as well. And what I find interesting about it is that that's not what I thought I'd find. I thought I'd find a lot of leftists, especially in the Massachusetts area. But I've listened a lot over there, and it's interesting conversations. But not to say that doesn't exist, but the majority of them are all screaming like we are about everything. I was very put back because that's not my image of what those people are about out there. But that's certainly what I took away from it. TV5, MXO.
Yeah. Patrick. You still there, Patrick?
Maybe had an emergency or in Brownsville or something.
Yeah, all right.
But it's been interesting, to say the least. I didn't expect that. But I've only been up the East Coast once, and that was back in the mid to late 80s. And I haven't been back since. Very enjoyable, the trip I've spent up that way. And I guess I could have done more of the travels later on in life, but certainly can't afford it now. Yeah, that's no way. Now it's just about survival. And I do mean just surviving. And much scarier now than ever before.
Let me ask you something. On that Anon, can you look right at my frequency?
Yeah, I'm seeing everything. As a matter of fact, I've got an SDR up because what I see on my Anon, I see is extreme detail compared to what I'm seeing on multiple different SDR sites. They've got a good pan adapter on these things, and I'm having to use their waterfall mostly because their pan adapters don't work as good as the waterfall, so I take away from it what I can. When I'm looking at various emissions on each side, what I'm looking for is, don't see a whole lot when it comes down to what the SDRs online will actually give you as far as feedback, but what I see on my non is, wow, it's just showing everything. So it's like, wow, it's pretty amazing. So what do you want me to look at on your signal?
You know, I just, number one, am I on perfectly on frequency?
Well, I'm calibrated to WWV, and you sound like you're pretty much on with me as far as WWV goes.
On the Anon, can't you zoom in and look all the way up to the hertz?
Yeah, but as far as you being on frequency, yeah, you're lined up with me as far as what I can hear. And as far as you're emitting a carrier, so I can't sit there and say, well, his carrier is actually on my exact receive frequency. But as far as what you sound like you're on frequency with. As far as your bandwidth and how you're covering the bandwidth you're using, I would say you're covering the bandwidth really quite efficiently.
All right, yeah. I have a friend of mine that has one of those, and I don't know. We were sitting here talking the other night, and he said, "Hey, your 8 hertz off."
No, sorry, I'm a through most of that.
Anyways, my friend has one of those, and he said, you're 8 hertz off. And I said, I'm 8 hertz off. And he said, yeah, you're 8 hertz off. And that's weird. Are you sure? And he said, yeah, I'm positive. You're exactly 8 hertz off. So I went in the menu of the radio here and kicked the local oscillator over, and he said, there you go. Yeah, you corrected it. So, yep, you're right on. So I was wondering, how in the hell could you tell if I'm 8 hertz off?
Well, this is either interesting or boring to most guys that aren't ESSP operators. I'm an ESSP operator. Been playing with it since 2001. It's been a fabulous thing to learn about, and a facet to amateur radio and experimentation. It's been mind-blowingly fun, and if I'm not loading it up enough to scream about it from the top of the trees to the top of the roof, well, yeah, it's been something I wish that ARRL would have something in there to say, yeah, this is another facet of experimentation in the hobby. It's never talked about. It's usually guys like you and I and other ones who either put up websites to talk about it or just groups. But anyway, getting back to what you're talking about, this radio, I can't hear it that much compared to my Kenwood 950 FTX. That one, the processing was very different than this. It had a DSP in there for the transmit and the receive. But it was the most raw receiver you could ever hear. It was so clean. Not to mention it was broadbanded as far as what it could hear audio-wise and what it could transmit audio. So I could hear all the way down past 45 hertz towards 20 hertz on the thing. Now, mind you, it's not a flat response curve on transmit or receive as this one is. This one is extremely processed, and it's designed to do one thing extremely well. Make sure whatever you're listening to comes through whatever you're listening to that's impeding that noise. So getting back to what you're saying, yeah, on the other transceiver, that Kenwood, yeah, I could hear you. It'd be like you having a flashing light on top of your head, because I could hear the drone in the lower end, whether you're up or down. I can hear it on here, but it's not noticeable like it would be on that Kenwood. Even though I can cover that frequency range and it's a flat response curve, most of it's processed out and I don't hear it. At first, I argued about it's not a pure receiver like that, and then I finally realized, hey, stupid, it is what the radio is. It's a computer doing exactly what it was told to do. Make the receive frequency as clean as processed as possible so you have a very good experience, and that's exactly what it does. So, using it kind of like a chess tool or a way to tell people, you know, I can hear it, not so good on that to listen to those small variations. But here's the part I will share with you. When I had the Kenwood, this is really cool because I didn't know this. Kenwood sits there up on one frequency, and ICOM sits there up on another one, and so does Yaesu. I used to remember this stuff by heart. It's been many years ago since I had the radio. I had it for 1 year. It's a fantastic experience. I did move on to a Flex, and well, that was a fun thing. When I moved on to the Anon, wow, that was so much different experience. But what you would hear is, you would hear that, I want to say the ICOMs were high in frequency compared to the Kenwoods, and the Yaesus were low in frequency. But that's what you would hear. So that may have been what he was hearing. They're naturally from the manufacturer this way. Most people can't hear that low frequency droning in there. They don't have that because the bandwidth they're listening to is not that broad, especially on the bottom end. They don't usually hear past 100 hertz. And the ones that do, typically it's their transceiver hears there, but the speakers they're running don't reproduce down to that low, so they can't hear it anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm back.
So you missed all that.
Yeah. I got a gold retriever here. She asked me to go outside. Anyways, I have a friend that has an Anon, and I don't know what he does with it, but he he said if I zoom in, I can see that you're, 8 hertz off.